Batman the Animated Series Season 2, Episode 14, titled Tyger. And this episode is pretty much about is someone has kidnapped Selena Kyle onto an island and turned her into a human-sized cat. And Batman's trying to find a way to engineer the transformation. And I mean, this episode is, the whole idea of like let's make Catwoman into actual cat with fat balls and fur and with ears and all. It did sound like, it does sound very stupid. But the only thing stupid about it is the villain. The villain is the mad scientist. He's the guy who's like, I love cats. I love cats even more than people. Oh my god, cats. To the point you're like, dude, I'm surprised you haven't have sex with one. Okay, let's reform it. But what's good about this episode is the stuff with Tyger. Tyger is like the Frankenstein character. He's been, the one that isn't the only. He's the only non-human subject. He was dismayed of the dark, and he basically feels alone. And when he sees Selena, and he feels a sense of purpose. He feels like he's there and there's someone he can care for and nurture and fall in love with and stuff like that. And at the end, where it's pretty much Tyger saying goodbye to Selena, it's a really good written scene. And at the end, at the end, there's that fantastic line where he goes and says, there's nowhere for me to be, because Selena's like, there's would you like to get off this island? I mean, there's somewhere, there's gonna be somewhere that you would like to go, and he just says there's nowhere to be, which is a really heartbreaking scene. And of course ends with like a Tyger poem and stuff. I mean, it's one of those things where like the villain is like the most cartoony nature of it, and it's nice to see the return of Lake Limston, who became Man-Bat in the first episode, and how it's maybe a little bit connected with the whole thing about turning people into animals and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, it is one of those things where like the animal relationship is better than the human relationships.